What's up, my friends? Tiramisu is one of my favorite desserts. The only way I can make this recipe any easier is to go to the store and buy it. Let me show you how I make it. Here's our ingredient list. I'm going to need 2 cups of coffee. I am using instant. 6 egg yolks. For each egg, you need 1 tablespoon of sugar, so 6 and 6. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. 1 package of unflavored gelatin. 1 cup of heavy cream, 1 8-ounce container of mascarpone cheese. Then I am using these Delalo ladyfingers. There is another kind, it's a soft ladyfinger. Those work fine too, but I just like these. And then to finish, I'm going to top it off with cocoa powder. Step 1, make your coffee and refrigerate. All right, our next step, I've combined the eggs and the sugar. Quick tip, you don't have to break out the measuring spoon. A regular tablespoon's fine. And when it comes to the half teaspoon, you don't have to break out the measuring spoon. This one I just use about a capful. That'll work just fine. All right, now I'm going to need to cook these eggs over a water bath. So we're going to get this up to boiling. And then we're going to slowly cook these eggs. So our water is boiling. I'm going to turn that down to low. And we are going to cook our eggs. Now, don't stop whisking here. Now, my gelatin still needs to go in this mix, but I don't want to put it in the cold ingredients because it'll just clump up. So, but don't stop stirring. It's going to take a little while. The eggs will change. All right, I'm going to add my gelatin and then we'll come right back. All right, minutes has gone by. I cooked the eggs, which this is basically a custard, or what the Italians call a savoion. As you can see, the eggs have turned pale. The mixture has gotten nice and thick. I believe that's called a ribbon stage. Now, I did put a thermometer in it. I let it get to 160, then I turned off the heat. So now we're going to get this in the fridge and let it cool off. All right, so I've combined the custard, the cream. Now I'm going to put in the cheese. Now, when I started this recipe, I brought the cheese out so it could get up to room temperature. You don't want it to be really cold or it's going to be hard to get out of the container. And as far as the packaging for the cheese, save this lid. We're going to use it a little later. Now we're going to get it in the mixer and get this set up and we'll blend it. All right, everything's in. I said blend. No, we're gonna whip it. We're not gonna blend it. We're gonna start slow. Let it gradually integrate everything, and then we're gonna light it up. Give it a few minutes. I'll come right back. All right, a couple minutes has gone by. Now we're not making butter, so we don't want to go too long, but we do want to get some air in this. Show you what that looks like. That's exactly what we want. All right, this is how I like to do it. I like to put the coffee in a plate. I want the cookies to get some coffee or absorb some coffee, but I don't want them saturated. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just give it a little shake. And we're going to line the bottom of a Ziploc container. This is a 9-cup Ziploc container. And I've got just a little bit of room there. It'll be a little tight, but it's all right. We'll make room. All right, first layer. Now we're going to take our mixture, just eyeball what half is. It's not really going to matter. And just do your best to spread it out. And get it close. All right. I'm going to continue to build. We'll come right back. Down to the final stage. Now, the beauty of this recipe is I had a few cookies left over, so I made sure I had a little bit of the Sauvignon left over. So now we have 2 small servings. Now, all that's left is the cocoa powder. I said save that lid. This is why. Now, cocoa powder makes a lot of things delicious, but it is very naughty. You don't want to get that on your clothes. You don't want to get it on your kitchen towels. It'll ruin them. Now, this one I usually do in the sink to prevent mess, but we'll change the rules. Here's our final product. We'll put the lid on this one. It's going to go in the fridge for at least 6 hours. This one's going to go in the fridge for about an hour. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's been 12 hours. It's time to try it out. And man, I gotta say, that came out very nice. Couldn't be happier, guys. Now, your first piece is always going to be a little rough coming out of the container, but nobody in my house complains. You've got the sweet, creamy, smooth Sauvignon or Italian custard. You got the hit of coffee coming through. The lady fingers still have texture. Just a great combination. I love it. This one came out great. I give it a 10 out of 10. Hopefully you'll try this recipe. Hopefully you'll love it too. With that said, I'm going to wrap it up. As always, be safe and good cooking.